I'll jump in now and just share my screen with you to give you a look at Ace Order version 2. So what we've tried to do in this second one, and I guess I'll talk about this as being the first, because I'm not sure whether you've seen version 1. Version 1 was a lot more simple. It didn't have product photos, for example, and it's quite different. We've created, this is a fictitious business, Fast Burger, that we've put together as a bit of a demo to show you how Ace Order works. And as far as your customers are concerned, there's really nothing here that they possibly haven't seen on other order platforms before. We feel that the user experience on this, particularly on mobile, is wonderful. It's really seamless, it's clean, it's very visual, and it's a really easy user experience. Probably like yourself, I've used order platforms in the past that can be quite clunky at times, and they don't really work that well on mobile phones, and which is, you know, when most of the time I'll be ordering something, particularly food, is when I'm sitting at home in front of the telly and thinking, oh, well, couldn't be bothered cooking, let's order something. So to run through very quickly, we have categories. Well, across the top, I'll start from the top down. So we have, you know, some basic call now functionality and email thing. This is all would reference your business. Some terms and conditions and privacy policies that, again, can reflect your business. If you have terms and conditions or a privacy policy, we can turn those off if you don't. The next line across is obviously the checkout. This is based on a customer portal. So your customers, once they have set up one order, will then automatically create an account for them in the system so that they can view last orders and update their delivery details and what have you, and log into your version of this order platform. We have across this section here, we have the categories. These are completely controllable by yourself, and they can be, in this instance, traditional burger, gourmet burgers, sides, etc. It can be entree, main, desserts. It could be any product, really. We've designed this primarily with hospitality in mind, but it doesn't have to be. You could be selling T-shirts, and this order platform would work. And it is an order platform, not what we would call a shop. This is an order platform. The categories obviously then stick on the left-hand side, and as you scroll down, you'll see the categories remain to give people an easy experience of being able to make sure they can, you know, once they've ordered their main, they can then get some salads, desserts, and drinks and what have you. Next down the column here, we have a couple of lines here that you can control completely yourself. Estimated delivery times we have set up so you can. There's a little slider in the back end of this, which I'll show you in the third part of this presentation, how you can change the delivery time. You don't have to have it there at all. You can have a dedicated message there. There's actually 3 different options of what you can have in that space. The same with the free delivery on all overs $25. That's completely controllable by yourself. And you'll see when we get to the checkout stage, if my order doesn't reach $25, it actually doesn't give me a delivery option. It gives me a pickup option. But again, you can control the threshold, the $25, whatever you might be. You might have free delivery full stop, which is fine. Looking now at the products down the middle, you can control the categories, as I said before, and then you can control the number of products you have in each category. And you'll notice a couple of differences here. There's some that have a little shopping cart, and there's some that have a plus when we get to gourmet burgers. And the difference there is that the Aloha chicken is a stock product. I, as a consumer, can't make any alteration to that. It is what it is. And if I click on the shopping cart, you'll see it drops it over into the right-hand side here, which is where the checkout is. And notice that when you scroll down, that both the categories on the left-hand side and the checkout or your order on the right-hand side are what we refer to as sticky, meaning they stay with you as you scroll down. So that is the products that are just standalone. I can't make adjustments to them. And if we look down here at things like a 375ml lemon lime bitters, well, clearly that is just a can. I can click on it and it adds it to the order. To go back to our gourmet burgers, this option where you have the plus button, if I click on that as a user, it then brings up a panel where I can make adjustments to the product. So I can have egg, bacon, I'm not quite sure why, but I could take the beef off, and I'm not a fan of relish, but I'm a bit of a bacon hog, so I'm going to go extra bacon, thanks. You can see that it updates the price, the total price, And then when I'm completed, I'm happy with how that looks, I hit the checkout, and then that burger then appears in my order across the side. I can, within this order section, add volume. So if I think, oh, I want 2 cans of drink and I want 2 Aloha chickens, but I'm okay with 1 egg and bacon burger, I can do that through here easily enough. If I don't want the cans of drink anymore, I can either scroll back to 0 or literally just click the delete button and it removes it from there as well. Now, with these products, we also have an inventory management system built in the back of this. So, for example, I'm hoping that this one's got a product list on it. I should have checked that beforehand. Let's see if I keep ordering. No, it hasn't got a mixer. I'll show you in the back end in a minute. But if, for example, you only have, 3 serves of the Aloha chicken available tonight, you can set in the back end that there is a maximum number. What I might do without being weird, I might jump in there now so I can show you how to do that. Well, I'll come back to this after, but I'll quickly change that so you can see how it changes. You can see here in the back end, it's telling me that it's actually in stock at the minute. And if I go to my inclusions, this is how we manage all the inclusions, all of the different pricing products that are in there. Things like the price can change. You can have a sale price. But when it comes to here, this bottom bit here, the product data, you've got inventory tab. And at the moment, the Aloha chicken is saying it's in stock. This can all be set up, as you need to. You can either do it on a daily basis, you can do it on a weekly, or you can just leave it all permanently in stock all the time. But if I wanted to have an inventory amount on here, I can change things like it's on back order, or I can change that it's out of stock. I can change any of that kind of inventory available, or I can put in that I've got 2 units of it, that it's in stock, but I've only got enable stock management at product level. I've got 2 units of that. Don't allow back orders. And then if I just quickly go to my update button and update that, go back to my front end here. And with my Aloha chicken, if I try and, I've only got 2 units. If I order a third, it now tells me that, oh no, there's no items left because I've gone into the back end and said I've actually only got 2 Aloha chickens. It also allows for, and I realize kitchen environments can be pretty mad, but it also allows for you to be able to, if you do run out of a product, to pretty quickly go in and make it out of stock. Simply by jumping into the back end on a device. You can do it on your phone. Quite easily do it on the phone, and you can easily change by going to the inventory tab. I'll take that SKU out, but you can go in here and take that off and make it out of stock pretty quickly. And if I go back here and update that, so that's instantly out of stock on the front end. And if I refresh this, you'll see that Aloha chicken, it is still technically part of our product range. So it tells me that you do actually sell it, but just not tonight. There's none of it available. That whole section becomes now out of stock. So the rest of the front end is reasonably straightforward. Each individual product can have a product photo, as you can see there. Each individual product can have inclusions and add-ons. You can have as many of those as you want to put in there. You don't have to have inclusions and add-ons if your standard Wagyu beef burger comes with all of that, whether you like it or not, but I can add more bacon. You can configure that quite easily to be the way you want it. Then when I'm finished and I'm happy with my order, I might just throw a couple of other items in there. And I'll put the lemon lime bitters back in. Pretty standard. Click on checkout. It then asks me to fill in my details. Now, it's remembering me from last time. That my address is 19 Mickey Mouse Road, Disneyland. My postcode is 90210, no guesses for where that is. My email address, any other notes that I want to put on there about, special allergies and food, what have you. Now, we don't have a Stripe or PayPal account connected with here. So you can see that it does actually give me the option of free delivery and pickup because my order is over the $80, which is what we had, which is giving me this option to put in my address and what have you, because it does meet that criteria. I can then hit, and place order. Now this order now sits as a customer, this order sits in my dashboard. So at any time, if I go back to my dashboard as a customer, a consumer, it then gives me my different orders that I can view. I mentioned at the start of this presentation, we are going to be updating this platform on a semi-regular basis. Roughly every quarter, it'll get a version update, which automatically will push out to everybody who has this platform. Version 2 will allow for me as a consumer to take an order that I've had in the past, and we'll have a button to add all of that order back into your cart again. So that if you have the regular, you order the same thing every time, you can add that in. It had been planned for this version, but given the announcements regarding moving to stage 3 again, we thought, well, let's roll this out straight away, and we can add that in at the next level. The customer can update their details at any time. Any of their delivery details can be updated. Any of their account details, as in the username, password for this portal for themselves, they can update themselves at any time and have their own little platform, their own little order portal. So moving now to the what we call the portal. This is what you could see. This is for the restaurant or the cafe or the business, the back end of it. This updates, you can see on that screen there, it's counting down. This refreshes every 30 seconds. And this brings into, this is the thing that, say, for example, you could have in the kitchen or wherever you're, whether you're processing orders, and the orders come through directly to here. So that one that I made at 9:28, the clock's clearly wrong, automatically pushes through the orders. Once I've actually processed it, so it's gone through the kitchen and I've hit, that'd be the order there, of course. So that's the order I did today. It tells me it's at 10:15. That's cash on delivery, so the payment type, because I didn't process a credit card detail, who I am, my phone number, all of the order details are there. Once you can print the order in the kitchen if that's what you choose. But once that order has actually been processed through the kitchen, I hit the tick button, and all that does is it moves it to the bottom as completed orders, so we can keep a track of completed orders. Now, these completed orders stay in chronological order for 7 days, at which time they drop off the edge of the earth. But they do sit there for 7 days. And as you process the orders, you can then push them through. Now, the other notification we have is that these orders will also be pushed out to you in an email to a dedicated email address if you choose to do that as well. I know a couple of businesses that we have on this platform, on version 1 of this platform, have set up dedicated free Gmail accounts, kitchen@myplace.com.au. They've set up the free Gmail account, and that just manages these orders. So they've got a notification in the kitchen as the order comes through. But then some have chosen just to leave this order portal open, and as new orders come through, it automatically refreshes every 30 seconds. And I'll answer any questions on this as we go through to the questions at the end. And finally is to show you the back end of the system. Now, with our test system, you won't see all of these menu items in your version of this, because some of these are things our development guys have used. So it'll be skinned back to just the items that you would need. I'll start with products, and then I'll come back to how you can see what sort of revenue you've been generating out of this. The products page, it's fairly straightforward. And if I edit again the Aloha Chicken, you can select the categories over here on the right-hand side. When you create a new product, you give it a name, select the category it goes into. You can, at any time, and I'll go into one that has these options, these inclusions and add-ons in a minute, so you can see the difference there. You can put the price, you can put the sale price, which if I go back to the front end, you can see there, says on sale. That automatically has that tag if you put a sale price in there, being a bit different. You can actually put a little product note, so that not just standard chicken burger, it will make you feel like you've traveled across the world with just one bite. That obviously lives in that little section there. This is still saying it's out of stock. I'll put it back in stock again. And then what I might do is just redo this to say, I love this burg. And at any time, you just hit the update button. As soon as you've hit update, the front end changes. I'll quickly refresh that. That Aloha Chicken is now available, and I love this burg is now is the description down the bottom. So that's simply how you can update a standard product. If you have one that has options, if I go to the Wagyu beef burger, you'll see here that it has, Wagyu beef, lettuce, onion, cheese, tomato. You can add a row really quickly. What would be something else that we'd put on there? All right, just controversial. Beetroot. And if I go back to the product, which one have I done? The Wagyu beef burger. Wagyu beef burger. And because I haven't hit the update button, update. And I go back into the Wagyu beef burger. Now it has beetroot as an option. And then the same deal with the add-ons. The only primary difference is with the add-ons, you can add the price as well, but we can add a price in there to say that I want triple bacon, because I'm a bit of a bacon mongrel. But that's going to cost you $12 for the triple bacon. And then I update that. Come back to my burger here. Go back into my Wagyu beef burger. And I've now got triple bacon for $12. If I add that into my cart, then that whole process continues. So that's how you can update products. It's pretty easy to start a new one. If I go back to the actual product list, you have add new. We can call this test product for the sake of it. We pick a category. We're going to put it in traditional burgers. I'm not going to have any options. I might have in my regular price is going to be $15.50. I'm going to put a product in here saying love it. Push that out. In theory, when we go to traditional burgers now, yeah, there you go. So we now have a test product there for $15.50. You'll notice that it can work without photos. For some things like, drinks, anything where you don't have photos, and certainly on some people, they've started this platform without photos because they don't have really nice photos of each of their products. Some people have got that. And it's as simple as adding what it says down here, add media, add a photo in. It would automatically resize the photo and make it look neat and tidy. You don't have to worry about cutting it to that size. It'll center on the product. So you could take really nice photos with iPhones and they would be fine, iPhones or Samsung phones, and that would be fine and work completely easily. The same deal with if you want to remove products. I've got that test, for example, and I want to get rid of it. I want to bulk to trash, apply. And that is now gone from the front end. So traditional burgers now no longer has that test product. So really easy to be able to update and change products and remove products. Probably the last thing I'll show you on this part of the platform is some of your cash. There's this WooCommerce button here. This actually then gives you some sales records. It gives you monthly sales records, how many orders you've had, what the net sales are, which are your top products, which are your top selling products. So you can have a look at those and sort of manage your menus a little bit based on the volume of product that you're selling online. That may be a little bit different to in venue. And really simple little dashboard, which you can then change dates, of course, give you different month ranges and different weeks and what have you. You can do it by quarter to have a look at your sales performance and see how that's been going. And I'll show you. So on here, you've got you got your different tabs. This is what I mentioned before about your delivery times, delivery dates. So you can select that you only deliver on certain days of the week, for example, quite easily, because they're obviously not necessarily 7 days. You've got 3 options, and this comes up on that tab there on the screen. So you've got 3 options. You can either do it by delivery time. You can literally put delivery days. Then you say, well, we don't do Tuesdays and Mondays, right? So if I update that and then go to the front end of this, you'll see it now says delivery days rather than the time that it had before. And you can actually then just do a fallback message, right? We don't deliver which I'm not sure why you would have that one, but you can see there it changes that to we don't deliver. As far as the delivery time, if you have it set as delivery time, it is just a scroll button, which then you can select the minutes.
So, Grant, would someone be able to place an order on a Monday if you don't deliver and they ask for delivery? Like, would it actually come through the order, or would it be knocked back?
At this stage, it would still come through, yeah, but that's why we're just suggesting that it would, that you have a don't deliver button. We don't deliver on Mondays, or we don't deliver, or use the delivery days on those days.
Yeah.
It's probably, it's again, probably one of those COVID version 2 things that would be connected so that the portal wouldn't accept deliveries. This is also where you can change the time of day. Sorry, the time of day, the delivery threshold in that system there.